guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about something a little bit more personal because I've been getting a few questions about I've been getting a few questions on like my previous videos about my Syracuse University grad school experience, and I was supposed to be recording that whole experience while I was in grad school, but it was just so hard. I had no time to do anything. But now that I've graduated, I feel like I can give you guys tips on my experience and the truth about getting your master's degree and what that looks like after you actually graduate. So let's get started. So this video is gonna go out to all the people out there that are looking at videos about whether to go to grad school. Is it gonna work out for them? Is it gonna be like the best experience ever? Are they gonna be rich after getting their master's degree? So I'm here to spill all the tea on that and to tell you again my personal experience about what I went through, what my experience was like after graduation, and maybe it could help clear your mind a little bit on your decision and whether or not grad school is for you. So I got a master's degree in magazine, newspaper, and online journalism from the Newhouse School at Syracuse University. So my program was a 1 year and a half long program where I learned everything on reporting for digital media. I learned about video production, video editing, magazine writing, news writing. I got a little bit of on-air experience, and everything from podcast production to the program was very versatile in the digital spectrum. So I got a lot of that experience in grad school, something that I didn't do in undergrad and what I wanted to get experience in. So that was my whole reason for going to grad school in the first place, was because there was a lot of experience that I didn't get in undergrad because of the major I had. And after graduating from undergrad, I realized I wanted to go more into journalism and reporting and what that was like. So that's how I ended up at Syracuse. Another main point that I should point out was that I did not pay tuition for grad school because I was on a fellowship program and I also got a scholarship to go. So while I was looking at grad schools, my main thing was money. So I looked specifically at graduate programs that offered scholarships. So I would apply to those scholarship programs, and that's how I determined whether I would go to grad school or not. Syracuse was the only grad school I applied to. So I was super fortunate enough to be a finalist for the fellowship program and was able to afford grad school because of this program. If I'm being honest, I probably would have never went to grad school. That's just me though. So the overall cost for my graduate program was about $30,000. It's supposed to make you get out of there knowing everything from reporting, from digital reporting. And if you're willing to invest in yourself, learn something new and in a different environment that you feel like you really need, then grad school will probably be an option for you. If not, a lot of people that are trying to get into media just feel like they just want to get into the workforce and just want to get their experience by working, which is another really smart option as well. But it all depends on the person, and I feel like if you feel like you are lacking experience, grad school will be a great way for you to get that experience and to boost your resume. And that's what I kind of did and what really helped me along the way. So the first topic I'm going to address is getting a master's degree making it easier to find a job? I graduated in coronavirus central, right at the epitome of COVID-19. This is something that nobody planned for. The school did not plan for. And to be honest, I really thought that I was doomed. I felt like the whole year that I spent in grad school was down the toilet, that I was never going to find a job. And that's really how it felt for the last 4 or 5 months after graduating, or after finishing my program. If I'm being honest, I applied to about 200 plus jobs. While I was in school, I was receiving a lot of interviews, and then once COVID hit, I got the same amount of rejections back saying that the program was discontinued or that the job was not being posted anymore because of the virus, and that a lot of jobs just weren't available. So this was pretty much what job searching was like from March up until October. It was really, really hard, and I thought that, you know, I was graduating with a master's degree. Like, how could I possibly not find a job? But with the pandemic, you have to realize if you're going to grad school, things are going to get a lot harder. I truly believe it's easier to find a job with a master's degree because of the experience that I got at grad school. So that goes for if you are doing a one-year program, it's very important that you join a lot of things, that you try to be flexible in the sense that you take on a lot of little gigs. Like I was doing freelance writing, I was also working on campus as a promotions manager and writing for digital outlets, so that during my time there I was really able to boost my credentials and my resume. So in that sense it was easier to find a job, but during COVID it makes it 10 times harder to find a job. The second topic I'm going to address is, do recruiters care if you have a master's degree? And the answer is, for me, no. Recruiters did not care if I had a master's degree or not. They truly only cared about my experience. I feel like I went to pretty good schools, which is what probably caught the attention of some recruiters. I went to Penn State for undergrad, and I went to Syracuse University for grad school. So those two schools alone really have high communication schools, and also make, in my opinion, make me stand out from a few other applicants because of the programs that these schools are known for. I got asked about mostly my experience and what I did at school and what my resume really told. So if you have a strong resume right after undergrad and you feel like, you know, this is enough for me, then I would just stick to that. Personally, I did not have a strong resume after undergrad. I feel like I lacked in taking up some of the resources the school offered and some of the clubs I could have joined. So if you're an undergrad, I would suggest venturing out. Now during COVID, there's a lot of remote opportunities that you can do to fill out your resume. No, in my opinion, recruiters don't care that you have a master's degree. Unless the job that you're applying for specifically requires a master's degree, then that's a different story. But for journalism, nobody cares. So the next topic is salary after receiving your master's degree. And boy, let me tell you, I thought that, you know what? The problem was that, like, my family kind of glamorizes a master's, and they feel like once you get your master's degree, like, you like top executive, like people gonna be asking for you, people gonna want to be like at their knees trying to hire you. Like, that is not the case at all. There is still so much competition, and there's so much more people still with more experience than you, even after getting a master's degree, that your salary after graduation, trust me, like, don't expect a lot more, please. Like, this is something that nobody told me, and I didn't know until I got to grad school, where I started, you know, talking to people, asking them those specific questions about salaries. And something that people need to know is that once you have a master's degree, again, depending on the field in journalism, you probably will still have to take a pay cut or even still start as an intern somewhere. I'm a good example. I'm a fellow at a television company, and although I did not expect to be a fellow or an intern after graduation, that's just the reality that sometimes you still have to start at the bottom even after doing an extra year of school. But for me, from talking with a lot of different people, this is pretty normal after you graduate from your graduate program. If you really want to get into a bigger organization, like some places I wanted to work at was like the Washington Post or like Women's Health Magazine or like Insider, and I had to go through a lot of applications where I still only qualified for their internship or fellowship programs. And this is not like, I guess, something people really want to hear, but it is the truth. I do still have friends that were able to get full-time jobs like on staff after graduation. That wasn't the case for me. I still had to start as a fellow. Again, it all depends on your experience, what organization you want to go in. If you don't mind starting as a fellow or as an intern to work at a bigger organization, that's always okay too. Before going to grad school, I was working full-time at a nonprofit, and I was making more money back then than I am making now. But the difference is that now I'm actually working in the job that I've always wanted to work in. I've always wanted to work in TV. I've always wanted to write and produce and work behind the scenes at a TV show, and I would take this job any day than a job that I wasn't fully happy in. It's not saying that I didn't enjoy like the jobs I had, it's just that I saw a different vision for myself. But don't expect to come out of grad school making six figures, having your own office, because that's yeah, I personally don't know anybody that did that. But again, it depends on the field you're in, what job you get after grad school, but most of the time people still start off as interns or fellows somewhere. The next topic is grad school worth it? So I have a whole video of this on my channel, but I feel like the best answer to this question I actually recorded, because I got my diploma this week and it was such a happy feeling. So I'm just gonna play that video, and I was truly like in my bag, like I was speaking from my heart. I'm such a crybaby, but I just opened my master's degree. It's funny because it arrived in New York, and my mom was like, you got a package here from Syracuse, I don't know what it is, but I'm sending it to you. And I was like, what could it be? Because I had like totally forgot that I never received it. And then I opened it, and here is she. She's so pretty. I'm just so proud, because when I went to grad school, I didn't know like what the outcome was gonna be. I was like so scared, because I was like, I'm taking a whole year off to do what? Like, I don't know what is gonna happen out of this. But here we are a year later. I'm in a whole new state. I have a whole new job. Well, job-ish. And my life feels just so different than when I first started last year for this degree. So I know 2019 old Gladi would have been just so amazed at what was gonna come out of this experience in grad school. So yeah, everybody's journey is different, and even though they say, oh, it's just a paper, like it's just a piece of paper, you're paying thousands of dollars for a piece of paper, but like when you really put in work for something that you really want to achieve, and you have this goal, like it's more than just a piece of paper. It's like your life, like you're dedicating your life, you're investing in yourself and in your future. So yeah, it feels really good. It feels really good. I need to hang it somewhere. I don't know, but I got 2 degrees, boo. Like my pockets is heavy, like I can't, but thank you guys so much for watching. I think I should close it here. This is a good close. But